The polls at different locations across the country opened at 600 hours this morning and run until 1800 hours. When the evening news visited the Guyana Defense Forces headquarters at Base Camp Ayangana, it was slow-paced. Nevertheless, this newscast managed to catch up with one of the ranks who gave a feedback on the voting process.
I voted the last time and the process was smooth, quiet and quick, and now again the same thing. But only this time that I forgot my ID card, so I went to another process, which was swearing on the Bible, and the process that they have this time is very nice. The ID card, so the process they used for not having an ID card was really nice, smooth, and everything is okay.
Chief Elections Officer Keith Lowenfield said that he is going around ensuring that there are adequate statutory forms, especially in Georgetown, for those who are voting without ID cards. Further updating the evening news on the process thus far around midday, the Chief Elections Officer explained that the polls opened on time and that the turnout was low earlier in the day, but expects this to change later on. He also mentioned other issues GECOM has encountered, including the name of ranks being omitted from the voters list. According to Lowenfield, this will have to be investigated.
Police force or the army or the prisons would provide to GECOM their ranks and indicate the locations where these ranks are stationed so that we could prepare our own lists for those respective ballot stations. So it's something we'll have to investigate as to why their names are not on. I know in some cases it is that, as I observed at Timeri, that the rank who was making some noises, he resides at Timeri. Well, Timeri is not a neighborhood, so it's not an NDC, so his name would not be. The only ranks whose names will be on the list are those ranks who reside in the 80 local authority areas where elections are being conducted.
Meanwhile, this newscast also caught up with PPP's commissioner on GECOM, Robeson Ben, who also indicated that there were a few glitches he observed, but opted not to go into detail.
If they replicate themselves as a universal feature across all the ballot stations, we will speak to those.
For the evening news, Lekram Bagirat.